dash. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. They're gonna blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Tampa. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass, and when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 34 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 57 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Rush coming, And he's taken down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin White drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Jackson flush to his right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Bynes. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action. Winston finding some room at midfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Blue lady. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 40 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2.
Let's go. It's time to play. Let's go.
And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson forced out to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Jackson on 1st down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that'll set him back 5.
Ready. And read. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Shift. Look. Wait.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 30 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down throw for Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From the gun, Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Touchdown City, baby. Touchdown City.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Again, it's Winston. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ingram again, a first down carry. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He was brought down by Mike Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Jackson now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
And he's going to go down again. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Here's Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's got some space here.
Winston's pass. Intercepted by the Raiders. His guys takes over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And you don't see that every day. Actually lost 14 yards there on the return. But I guess the important thing, they have possession of the football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 66 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Touchdown, Ravens. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. It's free.
On second and a couple. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ingram again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Sean Bunting on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. All runs on this drive so far. It's first. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Let's get it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. Check 4, check 4.
Winston now. Airing this one out for Evans. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, You're right, not lucky.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Hogan Bawale, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Come on, fellas.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a gain. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Punching it in from a yard away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Following the interception, Winston got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates seen a reservation.